All right, guys. We're not back. This is new. We are trying out 5th edition.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Taking
And
a little bit of an emotional breather.
yes. While Joel hurries and has to make a dungeon of his own, and because it's Pathfinder, it'll take him a month to do that.
Aww.
Oh man, if only this has happened like a year from now or something.
Well, I mean, it's possible that we might
But
need
we
to
could have,
prepare
ported-
and stuff for it.
Well, no, it's like if it happened in another year, we could have ported it to Thornkeep, and I could have run it.
All right. So, to start things off, you guys were all traveling together for whatever reason. You happened to be on the same caravan and arrived in the town of Greyfell all at the same time. And almost as soon as you arrived, you were all arrested and placed in prison.
Oh gosh.
It's because I'm a tiefling, isn't it?
So you were you were there for less than a day. Currently now, you are standing in the courtroom, chained, waiting while other defendants in front of you are being sentenced. At the front of the room is the Duke of Greyfell, sitting and proclaiming judgments. Next to the Duke is the Duchess, Domina. In front of the nobles is a man in chains. The bailiff declares, "Michael Tomlinson, you are bound feeling guilty of stealing 20 sacks of oats, and your sentence." He pauses, waiting for the Duke to speak. "Death by cleansing fire," he speaks out. Rickle is pulled away by the guards, and the bailiff brings forward a small boy. "What is your name?" the bailiff asks. The child mumbles, "Toad? How old are you, Toad?" The child holds forward 4 fingers. "You have been accused of stealing a chicken. Now tell us the truth. If you tell us the truth, you will not be harmed. Did you steal the chicken?" The child nods. The bailiff declares, "Toad, you are convicted of stealing a chicken, and your sentence? Exile at dawn," the Duke declares.
What on earth?
The child is also led away, and the guards prod you forward.
All of us at once?
Yes. A girl of about 12 years old is brought in. The court officer looks at you guys and says, "You three are charged with robbery, kidnapping, and murder." And then he takes a look at the girl. "Are these the persons who committed the crime?" "Yes, sir. This is them. They're the ones who killed your father and adopted your sister and robbed your wagon?" "Yes, that's them."
No!
That was a quick campaign, guys.
Persuasion!
The court officer looks at you. "Do you admit to committing these crimes?" And why don't you guys describe who each one of you are playing and who's standing before them?
Initiative. Oh. Just for which one of us would speak first.
Who's going first?
I'll roll.
Wait,
how do you roll here?
You click on the word initiative.
Oh, you just okay.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Like, we'll roll initiative to see who describes themselves first.
And who speaks to the court first? Ah!
That was a good roll.
Thank you. It was rather.
My character is quite clumsy.
No valid token was okay. Anyways,
That's
okay.
fine.
So
We're not actually rolling initiative.
my character is rather dirty, but doesn't have. I mean, her clothes aren't exactly nice. They are much more for practical use. And if you look at her eyes, you see that she's constantly looking around as though trying to take things in. And I'm guessing all her equipment has been taken, so
Yes.
that's irrelevant right now. But she also wears boots. Boots for stomping and tromping. Yeah. And brown hair. long brown hair tied back.
All right. And she's human?
She is human, yes, that's also a factor.
All right. Caleb?
Wasn't she going to say something? Or, okay.
Well, I figured we could start speaking after.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Yes. Is he there? Yeah, okay, yeah. The only male of the group stands noticeably tall and rather large, staring straight ahead, unmoving. The look on his face is a mixture of some light pride, a warrior's stoicism, and a tiny bit of indignation mixed in there as well at the moment. With men with longish brown hair and the makings of a beard. When he entered the town, he had several weapons and what might be recognized as a soldier's armor. He is obviously not wearing that since having been arrested, and presumably having all that confiscated.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes.
Oh, it's just my turn. Okay. There is obviously a tiefling standing there. She has blue-silver hair, a pale complexion, and yellow eyes. She has a strangely angelic face for a tiefling. She has cloven feet and a forked tail. She is wearing a symbol of Salune on her neck. And she looks rather indignant.
Reasonable.
Also, she has a giant freaking warhammer on her back.
They did not confiscate that.
Yes, they did.
Oh, she does not have a giant freaking warhammer. There's a suspicious lack of giant freaking warhammer on her back. Oh, do I get to say things?
No, I say things
yes.
first. That's why
Fine.
Ha. Okay, so he asked if we said we were guilty or not.
Yes. How do you plead, basically?
Yeah. I plead innocent, Your Honor. Where is this woman found for such accusations? Is she the only one who saw us? Is she the only one who claims to have seen us, is what I meant to say. I was trying to look at my character sheet.
The bailiff is actually the one who responds to you, and he goes, it is true, my lord, that she is the only witness. Her family has been here in Greyfell for a long time, and they are of good honor and standing, and none of them have ever been known to lie.
And so you would... no, I won't say anything more yet.
Okay.
All right, your turn.
Yeah.
You could delay.
Your Honor, we are not. Yeah, Your Honor, we are not. We are not guilty of this crime. For truth, we were with a caravan for our entire journey here. Furthermore, I myself am possessed of only meager possessions that from there. which can be easily established by talking with the what is the word?
Quartermaster?
Caravan leader.
Quartermaster or the coordinator of the caravan or other such officials.
All right. So with that, then only the tiefling is left to make a statement.
May I ask what evidence has been presented to indicate us guilty of such crimes? Are we in possession of some weapon that was used in the murder of these people? Do we possess the items that were stolen? Is merely an eyewitness testimony that implicates us? Can I roll persuasion? Is this how that
Yeah.
works?
So now all of you can roll persuasion.
Can I roll bluff? Because I am sort of guilty. I mean,
No.
Sure. All right. So the way that
thank you.
it works is it's automatically rolling as if you had advantage or disadvantage. So you're just going to take the first number, unless I say that you have advantage.
Whoa!
or
I rolled
disadvantage.
19.
Oh yeah, deception. That's what it's called here. Oh dear. Well. Yeah.
All right. So out of all of you, the tiefling's argument seems to affect the Duke the most. The Duchess is
Yay, tiefling.
staring at you quite intensely, and then she does the classic placing of the get this too. The universal sign of I'm using some sort of mental power. And if you
Face
and you
palm.
feel as though something is trying to weed its way into your mind, you may make a will save if you would like.
I thought those weren't a thing.
Wisdom.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good,
just
I'm not
click
good
on
at these.
wisdom? Oh, yeah,
If you
so
would like to
saving
fail,
throws.
you can choose to fail.
Jeez. I rolled another 19.
Good then.
Holy cow, Robin.
Well, I don't know what she's doing yet. She could be
I have a
trying
feeling
to
that Kilman I soon
mind
will.
control us to get us to say something that isn't true or something. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
She could have announced what she was doing first.
The Duchess leans next to her husband, and they begin to whisper back and forth. This then ends with the Duke dismissing the rest of the tribunal, including the bailiff, and only a few guards remain in the room.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, right?
The Duke coughs into his handkerchief, rather long and hard. He then he then states, "The Duchess and I agree that there are many factors in this case of things that do not add up. And while it may be unconventional, I believe that that leaving your fate, that you would not be opposed to leaving your fates to the gods in an actual trial. If you succeed in it, then it'll be a sign of your innocence. If you were to fail, then it is decided that it is divine judgment that has been placed upon you."
It's acceptable.
It is also
Is there like a sense motive type thing?
Insight.
Inside that.
I could do that. I can roll the heck out of
all right.
that.
What are you exactly trying to
Yeah,
insight?
I did not take that.
I'm trying to discern if by him saying, "Oh, we'll let the gods decide," if there's some ulterior motive to that, like if it's actually going to be the gods deciding, or is it going to be something where like the like basically our fate has already been decided, and
No. It is
the gods are going
it's like
to...
a trial by. It's like the ideas of like trial by combat, where it's that you are being given a task, and if you succeed, it is a sign that the gods have decided that you are innocent. He is being truthful in what he's saying.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about people dying either way for this.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Nurik will stick by his answer. He's all for that.
I almost said Imogen. Oh gosh. Lahira looks concerned. And says, "If you value the lives of your guards so little, then fine."
He takes a look at that and he goes, "No. This is not a trial by combat. There is a quest which I believe that you would be of great use to us on."
What sort of quest?
He pauses for a second, looking as though he's making sure that he wants to take this course of action. He then coughs again, and you guys are beginning. Give me medicine checks
Oh dear.
if you want to.
I can
Okay.
try.
Oh, actually, it's not the worst.
What?
He's fine.
Cool. They'll get better.
Man, it's drafty in here.
Yeah.
All right. So, Haley, you
Yes.
recognize the after effects of what probably was some sort of great disease that he somehow managed to survive, but took a huge toll on him. And
Well, I mean, just look at him. He's got a crow on his face. Or crow's foot.
Robin, you're able to tell that too. Haley, you are able to deduce that he has at best weeks to live.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he then starts up. The laws of our land require those who inherit to be at a ceremony while I am still alive. Unfortunately, I do not believe that to be much longer. At this ceremony, there must be my heir as well as the king to grant the approval. My only still living child has been abducted, and I would task you with rescuing her. Her name is Kesia. We have recently learned that she is in Berdera, the capital city of the Realm of Souls, a horrible place. Despots from that most vile of cities that Ankh-Mor, and they would not even put up with those who eventually became the founders of that land. We know that she's being kept prisoner by an elven archmage named Holminian.
Oh, Minnie.
Bring her home to me so that she may partake in the ceremony where I may inherit her, and where I name her as inheritor of this duchy of Greyfell. He then coughs heavily again. As I said, Berdera is a desperate city. Not only do they tolerate undead residents there, in some sense they are given protection and governmental approval. If they have managed to transform my daughter to an unholy undead, I beg you to finish her and bring her true peace and bring her remains home. I do not have much time. I would ask that you leave on the morrow. Do you understand and have any questions?
Do you have a map?
Yes, you will be gifted with a map and a sketch of her.
Yes, thank you. I look to my companions.
Be receiving our former equipment back, or will be equipping ourselves?
You will receive your equipment.
Good, because I'm a badass warhammer.
All right. I personally don't have any more questions necessarily.
All right. So then, with that, your chains are removed and you are escorted out of the courtroom.
Okay.
You were brought to the place where your possessions were being held after confiscation, and they are returned to you. You were also provided with a map of the region and a sketch of the Duke's daughter.
Excellent.
You were told to return to the city hall at dawn, but until then, your hours are your own.
All right, so I'm gonna look at the map.
Oh.
And I'm gonna see where we are in relation to where we need to be. As far as the other city is concerned.
Yeah. 1 second, I'm trying to figure out the best way to actually get this to you. All right, so you will have to. I'll just describe it. So you will have to journey. Fortunately, you must travel only directly upon the King's Road to arrive at Berdia. It crosses through some hilly terrain and over a river known as the Living River. Guessing on your understanding of the landmarks that you saw, you would guess that the trip will take you about 2 days on foot.
Okay, and we have to stay in town until tomorrow,
Yep.
right? All right, maybe we can like gather information on the town proper, like who this girl is really and what actually happened, why she was kidnapped in the first place, that kind of stuff.
All right, so you are going to spend your time trying to gather up some rumors.
Lodgings.
All right, you're gonna find some lodgings, which would probably be the same place because you probably want to. The tavern is probably the best place for both of those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys find your way to the town tavern / inn. It's named the Hungry Sow.
Okay.
The barkeep is a thin, flighty man who never seems to be who is jittery and never quite seems to be ever still. You realize by some of the local conversation that the locals call him Fly. The thing that really stands out to you about the tavern is that it is completely without storyteller or song or music or anything of any kind, which is unusual, giving it a very depressing feel.
Investigation.
Perception.
All right, so let me just go look at the thing. So
Spend money.
All right, so yeah, so
Actually, I'm with Robin. Maybe investigation was
yeah, you can.
Well, we can
insight.
get a good look around, make sure there's no trouble afoot inside the bar first.
Well, you two are doing two different things. Yeah, you don't notice.
I'll roll investigation then. Oh no.
Well,
terrible.
so I'm assuming that you have better investigation than Haley does, if I have correctly.
I have a +2.
I have a +4.
Oh, okay, so Robin, you are then helping Haley to investigate. So Haley gets to roll with advantage.
I crit failed and then crit on my
All right.
engagement.
So with a 19, there are some things that you were able to find out. The first of which is that 2 years ago, there was a plague called the Green Pox, which swept through this and surrounding lands, killing killing almost about a fifth of the population.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Then the next year, because of the death and because they weren't able to properly have their agriculture, many more died from starvation. In fact, the reason that there are no artists is because they have been forced to work in the farms at this time of year because they just don't have enough people otherwise, so they had to conscript them. So between these two factors, between those three factors, also a large percentage of the population has moved to the kingdom known as the Realm of Souls, which is where you guys are heading to. So in fact, it's so bad that even all of the merchant shops are closed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why were we coming here again?
That's pretty bad. Well, we
Good
probably...
question.
Yeah, there was a caravan heading in this direction.
I mean, I have a reason.
This was probably the plan was you were going to stop here for a day and then move on to somewhere else?
Is this the plan? Do they just pick up random mass travelers and be like, we accuse you of a crime. By the way, you didn't do this, but we're going to make you go on this quest to prove your innocence.
All right.
Got the stuff done.
Sounds reasonable
You
to me.
you also find out that Torm is the official state religion of the region. Though all religions are allowed to be practiced, that is the only one that is receives any funding or approved of.
Racists. What?
That's not racism.
No, I'm not.
You also know that the Duke has a
joke.
great dislike of arcane magic. And that necromancy is strictly forbidden in all of his lands.
Well, that's ironic, given that I was noticing this. A lot of the healing spells are actually classed under necromancy.
Oh.
Like cure wounds, necromancy.
Huh. Well, I guess sort of. It's more. It's not so much the entire school as it is just, like dark magic kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Asking about the daughter, you find out.
Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I'm
sorry.
sorry.
You find out there are those. The last time that she was seen was about 5 months ago. And that there are those who wonder whether she was actually abducted or left. Apparently there was her and her father were not seeing eye to eye on some things.
I would not blame her for leaving.
You also find out that the reason that he needs her to come back instead of his wife inheriting is because his first wife died during the plague.
Okay.
And so
So
so his second marriage, his wife is not of equal standing and therefore is unable to inherit.
Okay.
You also find out that that there is a rival lord, Lord Birch, who, if you do not return with the heir, will undoubtedly be able to swoop in and lay claim to all of this land. Proposition which many of the town folks do not like the idea of.
why? What's wrong with him?
While hard, the basic feeling is that the Duke has been, and his family has been, fair and just, despite just also the fact that they're nobles.
So no reason then, they just like the current ruling.
Yeah, there's also they also he is heard to be a much more harsh and unforgiving man than the Duke they have.
Jeesh. More harsh and unforgiving, like exiling a 4-year-old boy for stealing a chicken.
Which wasn't even proven.
After lying to said child.
But yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
that is the majority of the things that you found out.
I'm beginning to think that some of this information is a little less than trustworthy. Just a statement.
All right.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you guys want to do, or do you just want to fast forward to dawn the next day?
Fast forward.
How much money have I spent?
I'm gonna make it easy, and I'm just gonna say a gold piece for everybody.
I'll take one.
No. I mean 1 gold piece off of Kayla's sheep covers it for everybody.
Oh, okay.
I have taken it off
Okay.
my sheet.
Just to make it easy. I think that's a little expensive, but we'll just do that. All right. So the next day, you guys arrive slightly before dawn outside of the
City?
yes, the courthouse. The guards notice that you are you have arrived, and tell you to. They point to the city gates and tell you to wait there. Duchess would like to have a word with you.
Lahira looks at the other two and raises an eyebrow.
I'm already raising an eyebrow, so then I raise my eyebrow even more in response to her eyebrow raise.
I see your eyebrow raise and raise you another eyebrow raise. So I'm raising both my eyebrows.
I lower both my eyebrows into a squint as I'm trying to figure out what you're trying
Nark
to
is taller
say.
than both of you, so he doesn't. No.
Lahira smiles. She has won this battle.
All right.
Nark looks more or less unfazed by that.
Okay.
So out of a small room near the gate, the Duchess exits with the boy Toad, and she arrives to you and she goes, "First off, if my stepdaughter is alive, I would like her brought back. However, if she is undead, leave her be. There is no need for you, and also I would appreciate under no circumstances ending her existence. If you return to Greyfell without her, come to me first, and we'll figure out something to say to the Duke. And one more thing. I would appreciate it if you would take this child with you. Take him to Bradia. There is a temple of Shiantu there. They will take him in if you tell him that I sent him. Tell the priestess there that she was sent by the Duchess Domina. She will not ask any other further questions of you.
I'm just gonna roll religion real quick.
Okay.
To see if I've ever heard of that one.
Hang on,
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, dang it!
You all know nothing. Also, remember,
Yeah, it's worth a shot
Yeah,
at this
also-
point.
okay. So just as a reminder, the way that 5e works is when you guys are usually making group checks, unless you specifically want to just be like, no, I want to keep this secret to myself if I find this out, you elect one person, probably the person with the highest bonus, to make the roll, and then they get to roll with advantage.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay. Dang it! I could have gotten a
Yeah,
7.
you all fail badly though.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing that
Yeah.
regardless. That was more just to see, has Nyork himself actually heard of this?
That is fine. I am just letting you know mechanically, so that.
Thank you.
All right. You notice that the child has been cleaned
Very
up,
well.
and he is also wearing new clothes. The Duchess then takes out a red cloth the size of a handkerchief, and she kneels down in front of the boy, and wraps it around him, and it fits like a tiny cape. You notice that she whispers a few words, and that the cloth glimmers for a second. She then stands up and addresses you once again. This should protect him from most physical and harm for the few days of your journey. It will not protect him from enchantments or the natural elements of the world, so I trust you to keep him safe from those.
Of course.
Finally,
Of course, we shall perform this duty in addition to the other ones laid out for us.
also, know that until you return, you shall be watched. I wish you a safe and successful journey, and that you may be proven innocent. She then leaves.
Okay.
I don't like this.
Hold on just one. Okay. Regardless, we have not much choice. We should get moving quickly.
Fine. Where's this town we need to take this child?
It's the same one you're heading to.
Oh, it is. What?
Okay. Wait, what? And I move around and like put my hand on the kid's back, gently prodding him forward into our group,
All right.
into our little circle.
He as I said, he's a small boy, about 4 years old.
Yeah.
He looks rather sheepish and afraid.
I'm gonna like kind of match his pace and just start talking to him. Like, what kinds of things do you like? I'm gonna avoid asking about parents, because if he was charged by himself, then I'm assuming there are no parents in the equation. But I'm just gonna
given the
kid stuff, I'm
given
just
the
gonna-
epidemic that happened, that is probably a pretty good guess. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna like crouch down during the conversation just so I'm at eye level, even though I don't really say much.
Cool.
If
All right.
anything,
So who
yet.
do you want to make a persuasion roll?
-5.
I did not take persuasion, so I have 0.
You have a -5 to persuasion?
No, I
No,
just
she
have I have 5, not
Oh.
-5.
Her-
Oh,
Hers
okay.
is
So
5.
Robin, you can roll persuasion with advantage then.
Yay! Sweet.
The child takes to your group instantly.
Yay!
Hooray!
So what's his name?
His name is Toad.
Oh yeah, Toad.
In fact, if you let him, Robin,
Yes.
what's her, he would like to climb up on Liara and ride on her shoulders.
I shall allow it.
He-
I have horns
yes,
that he can
he
hold
holds
on
onto your horns like little
No!
tiny steering wheels.
Oh, this is the best image ever.
All right. So then you guys begin to walk along the road. Outside the city walls of Greyfell, where you are coming from, there are just clusters of farms all over. It is late summer, almost fall, so it is in the height of many harvest seasons. The corn has not been fully taken down yet, so it is extremely high. There are many scarecrows, and you also passed some pastures with sheep and shepherds in them.
Pastures. At first I heard pastors. I have you just a little too quiet, I think.
Less than 5 miles out from the city, the farmland begins to stop and slowly turn into forest. You occasionally spot some deer and rabbits eating grass in herds along the King's Road, and then they quickly dart off into the shadows, hiding along the edge of the woods. All right. Cool. So, what is everyone's passive perception?
10.
My passive perception is... Let's get off my spell page. My passive perception is... What's passive? It's your
It's
thing
10.
plus...
taking
Yes.
a 10.
Oh, okay, 12.
14.
Okay. Sweet. So, Sela notices wagon
Yay.
tracks diverting from the road into the woods. And then, I'm assuming, do you point that out to everybody? Okay,
Oh,
so then
yeah.
give me a perception check with advantage.
Sort of like, okay. Yeah, I sort of call them like, guys, take a look.
Oop, I'm in the wrong tab.
We see
All right.
tracks.
You do not know anything extra. Do you wish to follow the tracks?
I
I
don't
do.
feel comfortable bringing a small child into the woods off the road.
That's true. But it might be a bandit camp. Bandit's gone off the side of the track.
All the more
Another-
reason not to bring a small child.
But it would be better than leading him, walking straight into a trap with him.
You can split the party.
Fine, No!
If the rogue would like to,
I'm going...
if the rogue
okay,
would like
so
to stealth
if
ahead
we-
and see what's along there.
Okay,
The rogue
fine.
will stealth ahead. See what's in there.
All right.
Stealth.
Wait, hang on. Wait a second. I'm trying to... I'm trying to see how I can look at my spells without actually rolling it. Or can I just... I'm just gonna click this and have it
That's
come
fine.
up. Cast up level 1. Just want to see what this actually does. Okay, this is a level 1 spell, so no, I'm not gonna do that.
I believe.
right. You're on your own.
It may.
Or no,
I
wait.
believe it's a ritual, isn't it?
Well,
I will cast guidance on you.
Yep. There we go.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yes, aka the cleric's best spell.
Oh.
No, it is not a ritual. Okay. All right. So go ahead and so give me another D. So roll a D4 to see what extra bonus you get to that stealth. That 11.
Oh, okay, cool. 1d4. Ah.
Oh, 1. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it's better than nothing.
Worst cleric.
All right. So you follow the tracks. You don't immediately think that anything to run to anything. They eventually lead to an abandoned wagon. The wagon is broken, and the mule or horse that guided it is gone. Several bushels of apples are spilled on the ground. A few of the apples on the ground have a single bite taken out of them. Give me a survival or investigation check, and you still have guidance.
Investigation. Oh my goodness, what is happening? I'm getting such poor rolls.
Oh wait, I don't think you'd actually have guidance anyway. Oops. You touch one creature before the spell ends. Target one ability check of its choice. Yep, just one. The spell then ends. Okay. All right. You do not notice anything extra.
Rats, that's very unfortunate. Okay, well, can I use perception to look around the area to see if I see anything, or would investigation?
Yeah, investigation would have covered that. Investigation. So the good way to think about it is investigation is long-term looking around. Perception is immediate looking around.
Ah, okay. In that case, I guess I'll just return to the group.
I think you're muted.
I'm sorry, I was eating ice. Are you gonna tell us what you found?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know when I come back. There was an abandoned wagon, but not much else. Though there was an odd thing. There was a bucket of rations dumped out. You said
Yes.
apples? Apples lying on the ground with one bite taken out of each of them.
Lahira furrows her brow and she turns to Yorick and she says, What were we supposed to have stolen from a caravan or a cart or something?
Should we make a roll to recollect?
You can go ahead and give me an intelligence roll. So since you're all doing it as a group, whoever has the high, so you guys are helping. Whoever has the highest score, remember.
+4.
+2. So yeah.
-1.
Oh, I see. You said not me. I thought you said me. Oh. Man, that was almost crit.
Yes, the from the context
Now I roll well.
from things you remember that was directly said, and the things that you picked up when you were first arrested. Yes, you believe that apples was one of the products that you were accused of stealing.
Interesting.
I still don't like this. This feels like a setup.
At any rate, we are being watched.
By what? Detect magic.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I could, but it's one of my level 1 spells. I don't want
I believe you can cast it as a ritual as a cleric.
Oh yeah, it is marked as a
So
ritual.
if you want to,
How long does that take?
casting something as a ritual takes 10 minutes.
Do we want to hang around in the woods for 10 minutes?
I think it would perhaps be better.
If it seems safe here, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about going into some kind of necromantic city and casting something.
That's true, yeah.
And besides, we're less likely to encounter other magical things here.
That's
I
true.
just want to know what we're being watched by. So I'm gonna, I'll do a ritual detect magic then.
It might be what the Baroness or whatever she is sent to keep
All
an
right,
eye
so
on us.
so click on detect magic so we can read exactly how it works.
Oh yeah, I did.
It did not come up for me yet. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
All right. So for the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to sense a faint aura around an invisible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. There is nothing in your immediate area that is magical.
What?
Hmm.
I take a look at.
Oh, sorry. Except for the handkerchief. I forgot about that.
What school is that?
This is the point where Joel doesn't know. It would be. Abjuration. Abjuration.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm assuming I know kind of
Abjuration
what that
spells are protective in nature, though some of them have aggressive uses. They create magical barriers, negate harmful effects, harm trespassers, or banish creatures of other planes of existence to their native realms.
Okay. So we know that's at least not tracking us. Unless there's someone following us.
Well, regardless of the method, or even if there is anyone there or not, I'm gonna look at it. So, one of us has already taken a look at it. Perhaps it might be a bit risky if we were to all go investigate.
I guess we just press on then?
I suppose.
I am genuinely curious as to what actually happened. You know what? If they had, one following us, and if he did have an issue with whether or not he believed we had robbed this wagon, one of us has already visited it, so it doesn't matter. We might as well all go take a look. Besides, we might be able to find out who actually attacked them. And more importantly, we might be able to do something about it.
And there wasn't anything or anyone out there, right?
Not any clues
Not
that she
as far
saw.
as I was.
All right, let's all go take a look.
Fine.
Okay. So since you guys are now helping, and I'm assuming you're going to give her guidance again, you can make another perception. You can make another investigation check, Haley, unless someone would
Yay.
like to make survival instead because they have it higher.
What is my
What's that
survival?
noise?
That was me casting a spell
Oh, okay.
on
Okay, okay.
you.
On the me. Oh, do I roll the d4 again?
Yep. Roll the d4. Roll everything. Roll all the things.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
why?
it does have a 25% chance of happening.
Yeah, true.
But what's the percent chance of it happening twice?
The same.
Yeah, I
as
was gonna say,
it-
in a row.
25 or 13, depending on how you think about probability.
So I have 4 to investigation. Does anyone have higher in that in their survival?
Nope.
I have a 0 in survival and a -1 in my investigation.
Okay, my investigation it is.
His usefulness comes when we have to hit things. Well, you have advantage because we're assisting you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yay!
It's a 21.
Yes, it is.
All right, with a 21, you find tracks of a group of 3
Okay.
that leaves off from the tracks. Also, you find with a 20, you also find a couple of arrows.
Interesting. Okay.
Sorry.
Get any more information off of the arrows, or no? I guess not.
Yeah. You were with a 20. You would assume that some sort of violence took place here, and that it looks like whoever committed the violence is the group of 3, which heads off.
Huh.
This is what speaks to me, Lahira says, and she points to the bushel of apples that all of them have had one bite taken out of them. This speaks to some kind of methodical nature in this. Like, this was planted.
With a 20, Haley, it does not look that way to you.
Okay.
Who just takes one bite out of the whole bushel of apples?
It's not a whole bushel. All right, so let me re-describe it. So there are a few bushel baskets around, and it looks as though out of a couple of the arrows, a single bite has been taken.
Weird. All right.
Yeah.
Speaks to me of inefficiency, that's for sure. Perhaps they have their own supplies, or perhaps they just do not care.
Is the wagon damaged
Yes, it is.
at all? How so?
Yes.
Okay.
It is not broken beyond repair, though. There's just some minor damage. So if someone had the proper tools, they would be able to fix it.
Well, we can at least let the authorities in the next town know that it's here.
That's true.
Mention that we have already introduced ourselves to each other, right?
Well, yeah, because we were caravanning together.
Okay.
Oh yes, I'm Sila.
By the way, what are your names?
Robin, what did you say? I almost said
Lahira.
Lahira. I almost said Hans.
Yorick.
Yorick.
I knew him well.
All right. For the
I guess we should just move on.
Sila, do you feel comfortable? Wait, are we able? We found the tracks,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Milo, do you feel comfortable following these tracks?
I would say so.
Good. Do that. Do that, and if as soon as you find someone, or if you start getting into trouble,
Use what?
no, make your way back here if you find anyone, or if you start getting into trouble.
Okay. Yes. Sorry, apparently I'm getting tired a little early tonight. Okay. So, shall I stealth on?
Guidance.
All right. You didn't roll the d4.
Oh yeah, I roll a d4 as well.
Yay!
Not a 1.
16.
I'm just.
It isn't.
I have
It's a
7
12.
in my stealth. Why do
Okay,
I just
fine.
keep on rolling so badly tonight? Except for that one.
All right. I will tell you results in a second. I have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
All right. So, after stealthing along the trail for a little while, you eventually notice what looks to be a camp of some kind.
What looks to be a what
camp
of some kind? Ah, okay.
You see 3 humanoid shapes milling about, and you are far enough away where it sounds like they are having some sort of argument.
Listen.
Yeah, let's see. I'll try sneaking up close enough to
All right.
listen.
The only thing you hear is, no, you're the one who, and then, you notice one of the figures lift up his hand and look directly in your direction.
Oh shoot. I stay absolutely
All right,
still.
give me another stealth check.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe.
All right. So, the big one, the main one who looks to be in charge, then goes. He goes. Yeah, it must be on edge. Doesn't look like anything. So now that you are closer and that you have time to notice, you notice that one of them is a big, tall. The leader looks to be a big, tall man, with brown hair, and somewhat rugged features with a large sword. The
Okay.
other is a young woman with black hair pulled back into a ponytail.
Oh, that's weird. That's bizarre for me.
And then the third one is which you were surprised it actually took you so long to notice, is a tiefling with very strong tiefling figures. Like, she's got all the bells and whistles. She has
What color is her
she has
skin?
horns. She has hoofed feet, and she has a tail.
What
The
color
only thing
is
that's
her
amazing
skin?
is she's a little bit on the paler side, and her hair is as well, on the lighter side.
Does she have a bluish tint?
Possible. It's a little hard to tell in the dark.
I do a double glance.
Hmm.
Well, this is bizarre. Okay.
Yeah,
Are they saying anything
you
more?
overhear them arguing about apparently a captive got away who they were going to hold for ransom.
Interesting.
Ho 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 ho.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I'm guessing that's all for now.
Yeah, they're all pointing blame at each other, and it's a pretty long and heated argument, and things are getting personal.
Interesting. Okay, as they're shouting loudly at each other, or as they're in the heat of the argument, I'm gonna
Cool.
sneak
Give me
back
another
away.
stealth check.
Yes. Do I get advantage to this because they're in an argument?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, good.
All right, so you managed to stealth away back to the rest of the group.
Okay, cool. Okay, so... Okay, once I get there, I am going to tell them about what I saw, a group of 3 who seem to be the ones responsible for the attack on the wagon, and I'm going to add, and I think I realized why that girl was seemingly rashly accusing us. All 3 of them looked surprisingly similar to us. I look between the 2 of them.
Eh.
There was a man with rugged features, brown hair, a beard, a human woman with long black hair tied back, and a tiefling with pale skin.
Alright.
Now, either this is an extremely odd coincidence, or they happened to see us and decided to take up our appearances to shift the blame onto us. Or, in my headcanon, they're us from another dimension.
Yes.
Well,
Toad, do you think you can stay here and hide, waiting for us for a little while?
He nods his head and goes, "Uh-huh. I'm real good at hiding when I need to."
That's good. Wait for us the rest of the night, and if we're not back by morning, just head on along this path for a while. We'll meet up with you later.
Oh, okay. He looks.
no, stay where you are. He's 4.
Yeah.
He looks. To Lahira, as if looking, being like, "Is this what I should do?"
I'm gonna look around. Are there any low tree branches or particularly good hiding places around?
There is the overturned wagon. There are few. There.
I guess you could hide under it. I guess no one's gonna be moving it anytime soon. Yeah, I'm gonna situate him underneath the wagon, and I say to him, "You need to be deathly quiet. And if you hear people coming, stay completely still.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's go. I think we should go question these individuals.
Guidance for everyone.
How many times do you get to cast that? Is it just
It's a cantrip. I just get it as many
Yeah.
times as you want.
cantrip?
5e spells are kind of
Oh.
cool. Can everyone just quickly send me the art that they have for their character, so I can make tokens?
The art. Oh, I do still have it. Okay, cool.
These are not. Oh, those are. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, give me just a second.
Yeah, it just helps me if I put the frame around them so I can actually get them on the tiles. Because, as I said, I didn't.
Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
Was that supposed to go to Joel?
I don't care if you guys see it.
No. You sent it to me personally.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I posted it on the main chat. I'm sorry.
Just like, well, thank you.
I'm sorry.
It looks nice. Yeah, that's fine. Got a little scared for a moment just because I forgot I was back on the group chat. You don't have to fit my whole character art into that token. You can cut off
also.
bits of it. if
Oh, I
you
was
need
planning
to.
on it.
Before we go, I'm gonna cast Bless
Cool. On who?
on myself, on the other two.
All right, so you're gonna bless it when you get real close. When you get close, then.
Yeah, because the effects of these only last up to 1 minute.
Yeah, when we're as close as possible, where it's still possible for me to cast it without alerting them to my presence.
All right, cool. So I'm going to need a group stealth check then.
Hey,
We're really good at these.
I have a stealth of 7.
All
How
right,
does
so
this
everyone
work?
makes a stealth check.
Oh, really?
I have the DCs. If half of you pass, you pass the stealth check.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it wasn't horrendous.
Mm.
As evidenced by the rolls, it could have been much worse.
I'll. 1 second. I'm still making some tokens, so give me. All right. Cool. All right. Let's see how everyone did.
for taking that first number, not that second number.
Okay.
So we're not abysmal.
But we are abyssal. No.
Yeah.
I speak abyssal.
Mm.
Oh, it's the same. I speak infernal.
I speak infernal and
okay.
abyssal.
I was gonna say.
Oh, you
I was
do.
gonna say,
And
pretty sure-
undercommon.
I just speak
I'm
dwarfish.
pretty sure tieflings are actually descendants of devils, not demons.
Yeah, she speaks infernal because of her race, common and infernal because of her race, and then she got
Okay.
2 more because of intelligence, I'm guessing.
I'm looking up a rule real quick.
Okay.
Nope, those are magic. I'm looking up how surprise rounds work. All right, cool. So, as you sneak upon them, it appears you guys get fairly close, actually, within a good, because I didn't make a big mess.
Yeah, I'm gonna. No, I guess I can't really have my. It would be worse if I had my weapons drawn while stealthing. Never mind.
No, you could have your weapons drawn while stealthing.
Okay, I'll have my bow and arrow drawn and keep a. Well, not attempting to get too close, but trying to keep it a nice.
All right, so you get within 40 feet. And the argument is going pretty serious. And it looks like the 2 underlings do not notice you, but the main guy quickly turns his head and looks in your general direction and looks as though he's about to raise an alarm.
Can I attack him now,
No.
or just roll initiative?
Roll initiative. So the 2 you managed to surprise the 2 bandits. The 2 normal bandits, but not the leader.
All right.
I know that I've rolled this before.
Give
there
me
it
1
is.
second.
Oh, rats.
That's fine.
Sorry.
You just have to change it.
Yeah. One of these days I will remember.
Well, it's better if you do it not
Holy cow.
selecting your token now because
No, they all start that large.
Okay.
because there's already our tokens in the turn order, and if we do the thing where we select the token, it'll
Alright.
add us again.
Cool.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that was possible.
I roll. Wow, we both rolled a natural 1.
Well, at least I can't get a -1 to initiative.
So, okay. Okay. Should we be able to
No,
select our
give me a
tokens
second.
now? Okay, just checking, making sure we're not wasting. Not just sitting around. We
There you
should
go.
Be doing something.
Be all the things.
Hooray! I go so fast. You normal people, though, do not.
Lahira
Watch me roll
snickers
badly
at
now.
being called normal.
Watch me roll badly now.
I can select my token. I'll give myself HP.
Rolling initiative for the peoples. Great.
We are all just rolling amazingly.
Oh, you think that's good? I got a natural one. I got the natural one for that one too.
It turns out these woods are a little bit harder to maneuver around than most of us thought.
Yeah, that should be right. All right, Sela, you definitely get to go first.
Oh, I forgot I had music for this.
Yes. This music is way too dramatic. I have Lord of the Rings music on, and it's way too dramatic. It's from the third movie. Here we go. This should be better. Okay, I will whip around and use my short bow.
Okay. I think. Okay. Who are you attacking first off?
I would be attacking this person.
Cool. That misses.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. What did I even roll? A 2. Oh, wait, no. A 5?
Yeah, you rolled a 5.
Yes, okay.
Cool. Well, good. That solves the question of what I was about to ask you.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So just quick, so I know and you all know. Why don't you guys quickly tell each other what your special combat abilities are, things you can do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start then. All right, I have Divine Sense and Lay on Hands. Divine Sense is mostly for detecting evil or undead or other such things. And Lay on Hands is obvious.
Right. Well, how exactly does it work in this edition?
In this edition, so Divine Sense. As an action, I can open my awareness to detect forces. So I know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. I know the type, but not their identity. So I can know that there is a vampire around, but not the vampire Count Stradvan Zerovich, for instance.
Where did that name come from?
The actual description. But like throwing it in there and seeing if you thought I made it up. Within the same radius, I also detect the presence of any plane or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell. And I can use that 3 times per long rest. Lay on Hands. I touch people, they get healed. I have a pool of healing power that replenishes when I take a long rest. Woof. With that pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5, so 5 hit points. As an action, you can touch a creature and draw power from the pool to restore a number of hit points to that creature up to the maximum amount remaining in your pool. Alternatively, you can spend 5 hit points from your pool of healing to cure the target of one disease or neutralize one poison affecting it. You can cure multiple diseases and neutralize multiple poisons with a single use of Lay on Hands, expending hit points separately for each one. This feature has no effect on undead and constructs.
Cool. All right. Who wants to go next?
Well then.
Where do I find those things?
Just the stuff
I
on your
believe
sheet,
it-
basically.
Oh, okay.
I can shoot things, I can stab things, and I can shank things.
Yeah, I have a great sword, a heavy crossbow,
Yeah, so
and
for
a
instance,
club.
Haley, you have sneak attack.
Oh yes, I have sneak attack. And yeah, that's like the only thing that will help us right here. So I believe, yeah, if one of you, let's see, yeah, if one of you gets within 5 feet of them, then I can, and as long as I don't have disadvantage, then I think that lets me use sneak attack effectively the same way, so that I will have advantage. It's even better because we're in the woods.
Nice.
All right. I've got Cure Wounds, which is a touch. I can heal 1d8 plus 2. I've got Sacred Flame, which is a cantrip, so I can use that as many times as I want, which is 1d8 radiant damage at 60 feet. And what's the save? It's a strength check. So they've got to make a strength check to save against it. It's not a thing where I roll an attack. And then I've got Healing Word, which is ranged healing. And then I have another attack, which is Guiding Bolt, which is another strength check to save. And that's 4d6 radiant damage.
Holy cow.
I can only use that one once, though.
Oh.
Is that a radius? Is it just one? I think it's just one. Range 60 feet, type radiant. How do you tell how... Up to 2 creatures within 5 feet. That's what it is. Okay. So I can hit up to 2 creatures with it that are within 5 feet of each other.
Cool.
And then I've got a sweet warhammer that I can wield one or two-handed. And I have a light crossbow, which I'm not very good at using, but I have
Cool.
it.
All right, and then you're also a life-based cleric, which means you get Disciple of Life, right?
Yes, and my healing spells I get a +2 plus the spell's level. 2 plus the spell's levels, yeah. So I have a 1d8 plus 2 for my cure wounds and a 1d4 plus 2 for my
Cool.
healing
All right, and then you
word.
also blessed everyone. So Haley, don't roll that d4.
I did. Yeah, you get a plus d4 to all your attack rolls and a plus d4
All
to
right.
all
Well, I'm
of your
gonna say
saves.
you cast that when you guys were about. You have about 8 rounds left on that if you concentrate on it for the entire time. So.
I'm sorry, did you say do not
No, I said roll that D4.
D4?
No, don't forget to.
Don't forget to roll the D4. Okay,
Yes.
roll that now. Don't know if it'll make
that-
much of a difference.
Is that for both of us or
for
just
Haley.
for Haley?
Yeah, that's
It's
for
for
everyone.
all of us. I can target up to 3 creatures, and I targeted us.
That's just when you're making an attack.
Well, it's just no, it's not. That's not your permanent number. You just roll it every time you make an attack or make a saving throw,
Yes.
and you add it.
So Haley, that does hit then. So also remember,
yay!
AC is a lot lower in 5th edition.
Okay.
Also,
that makes sense.
head-
I mean, we only have
Yeah.
9
Also,
hit
heads up,
points, right?
the measuring tool isn't right because I had to throw this together. So just count the squares.
Okay.
10, 15, 20.
All right. So. All right. So roll me roll me damage for your short bow.
Damage. Yes, where? Give me just a second. Okay, so I'll have to do that manually. It looks like 1d4 plus 3.
Just to clarify something, is within 5 feet of each other mean like they can be 1 square away, or do they have to be right next to each other?
I crit damage.
Within 5 feet means directly next to each other, I believe.
Okay.
At least that's how I understand how to read it. Yes, that's what that means.
Okay.
I was like, let me think about how 5e works with the Okay. Okay, so short bow is a D6, Haley.
Oh,
Oh, did I look at the wrong thing? Yes, I did. Short bow is a D6. Take 2. Hey!
hey, there you
All
go.
right.
1 more point of damage to this imposter.
All right. She is surprised, so she only gets to move up to you and draw her blade.
Great.
Caleb's
Okay.
or Norjik's double actually was not surprised. So he's going to pull out his short bow, and he is going to shoot at both Norjik and Lyra.
Nah.
Oh, sorry, his longbow.
Yeah.
He has a short sword and a longbow. He's pulling out the longbow.
Ah.
No, don't hit me.
All right, so the first one is against Norjik. As soon as I remember how to roll in this app, because I'm dumb.
Eight. Oh, that's not. I
I'm
think
gonna
that hits.
assume that
I'm going to assume a 19.
Yes.
A rolled 19 will hit. Oh, actually, I should.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna put my AC
The blue?
in. I'm gonna try. No, that was the red one. Dang it. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
There.
just don't make it a bar. That's how you do that. Here, I'll change that for you. There you go.
Okay.
Robin, take 10 points of damage. Oh,
that
that
was
was
against me.
Okay, good. You're right. That was. What's your AC?
He shot me, but he hit her.
Some
Caleb,
kind of
what's your AC?
magic.
No, my AC
It's at the top of your sheet.
is 16. I didn't have my sheet open.
Wow, you actually have worse AC than Robin does. All right.
How? Well,
What armor are you wearing?
now.
Chainmail? What's your con?
That my con is a 14.
No.
Weird. Why is your armor class so low?
Oh, I will take a quick look at it. So Dex. So you are wearing chainmail. So that would be 13 plus his Dex modifier, which is 14. Right, you're wearing chain?
And it's +2 from the con mod, perhaps?
Oh, chainmail. Right. Okay, so chainmail is just a flat 16.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I looked
unforgettable.
at the chain shirt, which is different. And then Robin
Okay.
is wearing. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing chainmail as well.
So it should.
I have
Yeah, it should
Dex
just be a
minus
flat
1.
16, unless
I didn't
Unless
change
I-
anything.
there's something else that I don't know how this works.
Let me check. Oh, maybe it's proficiency bonus.
Oh,
I'm proficient with medium armor.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna
proficient
say
with all armor.
chainmail is heavy armor.
Yeah, I'm proficient with that also.
Uh,
Because Life Cleric gets that. Okay, I understand now.
I think. So then, you should both be 18, actually.
Yeah, why wouldn't Paladin have heavy armor proficiency?
Yes. Heavy, light, and medium.
What's
Armor proficiency
in the top left? What does your proficiency bonus say?
Top left?
Yeah,
Oh,
of your
2.
character sheet. Yeah, that should be
Okay,
should
no,
be 18
so-
then.
So,
I mean, you'd still would've
wearing
gotten
armor
hit,
that
but...
you are not proficient in just gives you disadvantage on all strength and dexterity rolls. So,
Do you have a shield?
No.
okay, well that should be a 16. So,
I'm trying to understand why.
I don't know why it added up wrong. Unless,
Estimate, stick of incense, water skin. No, I don't have a shield.
nope, 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 nope. Oh well, it should be 16. Unless,
Uh,
alright, anyway,
Okay.
he's good.
I'm gonna keep looking, because if there is a reason for me to have the 18, I would rather have the 18, so I'm just... Well, it'll be 16 for
Okay.
now, but I'm gonna keep looking.
He misses you.
Yay!
Cool. So he's gonna do that, and then he's gonna retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got a longbow, so he's backing up. It is then Nordic's turn.
Hold on, I forgot. I was busy looking at other stuff. I forgot to look at this. Okay. All right. Yeah, Norik is going to shift over, like, move over here and attack the rogue here. He's actually drawn his club for now, I think.
Excuse me.
Give me 1 second to actually compute this. Okay. And, he's going to attack
Okay.
this person
Okay.
and see what happens.
Roll me that D4.
Yep.
Awesome. Let me just go in here and... Oh, okay, that's all, just one thing. So 1d4 plus 3 equals that. Oh, shoot, and I forgot to provide
That's why I was
guidance as
asking
well.
for the D4, because she has armor of 12, so you barely missed then with rolling a 1 on that D4.
Yeah.
All right. This one is going to do the same thing. She's going to draw her scimitar and move towards Lyra. Lahira. It is then
Lahira.
Lahira's turn.
All right. Sorry, my map's doing the weird thing again. Okay. Okay, so moving out of her square would let
That
her
is
attack
correct.
me, right?
Unless you take the disengage action.
And that's an action, so I wouldn't be able to do
That is
anything else
also
this
correct.
turn.
Oh, no.
In that
Sorry.
case-
They are not able to take attacks of opportunity this round.
Oh, okay, good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is no wait. That's tree there. So I'm just gonna move 5. So I'm gonna move right here. So that's giving me concealment from Mr. Bowman
Yep.
over there, I think. And then I'm going to let's do guiding bolt
Yeah. Let's
on
use all the cool spells right away.
on Miss Tifling over there.
You say that like you're not one. All right, can you put the guiding bolt spell into the chat for me?
Yeah, hold on. I don't think that actually needed to
Yeah.
be rolled, but you know,
I
I don't know why it gives it an attack roll. That's weird. Wait, no. It's
That's fine.
Hold on. I'm trying. It's not working. I'm clicking it, and that's all it's doing.
Drag and drop it from the compendium. Yeah.
Compendium. Guiding bolt. Here we go. Where do I drag it?
Oh wait, here I'll just look it up. Give me a second.
Okay, because I can't actually drag it to the chat.
Oh, guiding bolt. I already looked it up. All right. A flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against that target before the end of your next turn has advantage. All right. So, who was the first attack against?
I was just going to use it against the Tifling. There's nobody within 5 feet of her. There's nobody within 5 feet of anybody. So
so that misses.
It would just be her.
If
Dang it.
Does her guidance not affect herself?
Yeah, give me that guidance.
No, it does.
Those things are important.
Yeah, hold on.
Or the blessing roll. All right.
So that do I get a +3 to that? I don't think so.
No.
You don't.
I was confused where the +3 was coming from.
Because I thought he was asking me to roll damage.
With a small attack equals your spell customer bonus. Most spells that require attack rolls involve ranged attacks.
Now I have 2 guiding bolts in my inventory. What the heck is this?
All right, so with a 9, that would be an 11. So you barely miss.
Oh.
Sela, it is your turn again.
What would it take for me to put away my bow and draw my rapier?
That is interacting with 2 items, so that is an action. You can drop the bow to pull out the rapier and use it this turn.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Because this is very tight, very suddenly. So yeah, I'll drop the bow, pull the rapier, and attack.
All right, well, the 17
Well,
hits.
then.
Not a problem.
Yes. 1d8 plus 3 piercing. It's all piercing. I only do piercing damage. Well.
All right. That is enough to knock her unconscious. Oh, or kill her.
Ha-ha!
Which one do you want to do?
I want her unconscious because I want to question these guys.
All right. Boom. She is unconscious. So then No Jack gets to go again. All right. He gets to make 2 attacks because of what he is. So then he is going to try and take Norgic out and hit Sela.
Mm-hmm.
Sila.
Okay, so that's against Okay, so that's against Norgic. So that hits. That's not what I wanted to do.
All right, I'm down.
All right, yep, so that's enough to...
His dex bonus is +2. I only had 2 hit points left.
Oh, great.
Oh, okay. And then 15 against Scylla. Your
15
Scylla's AC.
against...
All
Rats, I have
right. So then
14.
he hits you for 5 points of damage. 7 points of damage.
7. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'm still up. Hardly, but...
All right. Norgic, go ahead. Get me your first death saving throw.
Okay.
All right,
could you
so
remind me
that is
what
just a
that
simple
is?
D20. 10 or above, you succeed. 10 and below, you fail. Once you have 3 successes, you are stabilized. Once you have 3 failures, you are dead.
So 10 and above is a success, but 10 and below is a failure. What is 10?
Sorry, I meant below 10. I just misspoke. 10 and above is success.
Okay. So
I
it's
meant to
just
say
flat
anything
D20.
below 10, but apparently my brain and my mouth didn't want to say the same things.
Okay. Okay. So that's
Yep.
1 success. What can I do here?
Alright, so Lyra's double.
Just do it like this. Oh, I can't do it like that. How am I going to do this?
Lyra has
I'll just keep track of it myself.
Lahira, missed her with the lightning bolt, where Sela managed to stab her friend. So she's much more feeling that Sela needs to be taken down.
Great.
So that is 1d20 plus 3 as she attacks you with the scimitar. Well, that hits.
Okay.
Take 3 damage.
How am I? Rats. Okay, I'm at 0.
Nope.
Negatives don't matter, right? Okay.
All right. Lahira, it's your turn.
Well, I'm gonna try casting Guiding Bolt again.
Cool. I
Oh,
assume
come
you're
on.
targeting the same person because a 13 hits. Yeah.
Oh, it does?
She only has armor of 12.
Yay!
Ta-da!
Yay! All right, so that is. Hang on. That is slash R 4d6 plus 1d4 for bless. No, not 14d6.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I believe you only do bless on attack rolls, not damage rolls. Yep. It's only attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh, well then, whatever. I would have gotten it then anyway. I did it wrong. Did I? It's /R.
Yep, /R.
4d6. There we go.
All right. You knock the You knock your double out.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yay!
Unless you're trying to kill her.
Don't celebrate too early. You still have the leader to take care of.
I'll just knock her out, I guess.
Sela, give me. I'm gonna take this off initiative. Sila.
Sila.
I'm learning weird fantasy names. All right.
It's okay. I figure the more it's like anything else. If you curb it right sooner and more promptly, then it's
Right.
easier.
Go ahead and
to
give me a death
remember
saving
later.
throw.
So is that
Yes.
is that just a D20?
No, it's a D20 plus 4 because
Okay.
you guys are blessed right now.
+4.
I mean, not plus 4, plus 1d4. Okay, it doesn't
Plus
matter. Yeah.
1d4.
All right, so you have
I see.
failed one death
Yeah.
saving throw. All right.
Okay.
So then Norgic's double is going to go. And you have a +5 to your AC because you definitely have like 3/4 cover there.
Okay.
17s to hit you.
20 plus 4 is to his attack. So, oh. So I believe that misses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that would
So-
miss. And then he's going to whoop, over there. All right, so then you succeed on the saving throw. It is
Temporarily, I've decided to keep track. I've emptied my bars. Red is going to be my fails. Blue is going to be
All right,
my
cool.
successes. And whichever bar fills
Right.
up dictates my fate.
all right. Lahira.
Right. Lahira is going to go 1, 2. And she's going to cast Spare the Dying on Sila.
Okay.
And then she's gonna move back into her hiding spot.
Oh.
Maybe a
Okay.
little bit more towards this direction. So that's 5. So yeah, she'll
All right. So
sit there.
Sela is
So-
stable.
Sila.
Does this
No,
mean
it
I
just
have one
means that
hit
you are
point?
no longer dying.
Okay, so no more
You are stable.
death
All right.
throws.
No more
He's gonna
death
move
throws.
here because he didn't know that you moved because he was hiding behind the place. Yeah. Why did you do that? All right. Unfortunately, so he's going to. You still have a +5 because you've got really good cover.
Mm-hmm.
So the 17 misses because your normal is 16, so you've got a 21 is what he has to hit. Oh, he
Mhm.
barely misses you that time. Like the arrow goes thunk right in the tree beside your head.
Yet.
All right, you are stable.
I'm stable.
Lahira.
Oh, please. I forgot to erase that. Give me just a second.
I don't have any spells left.
Don't you have cantrips at least?
I have cantrips, but my sacred flame can't hit him where he is.
He is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spaces away.
So 12 times 5 is...
60.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just 60? Oh my gosh, I can cast Sacred Flame. Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
cast Sacred Flame at him.
Servant of the secret fire.
He has to make a strength save,
All right.
I think.
Sacred Flame. No, I'm looking up Sacred Flame. All right. Sacred Flame.
Oh, and that's
Flame-like
with-
radiance descends on a character that you are within range. The target must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Oh, it said strength for some reason on my end. Weird. Okay.
All right. What is your DC? What is your spell DC?
Where do I find that? Spell set 12.
Yep, that sounds right. Well, it's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus whatever stat you use for spell casting. Slash R1d20 plus 2. And then he. All right, so
He does not need to roll high here.
I'm assuming you moved out to counteract some of his cover, and then moved back. So he's all right.
Yeah,
so he
let's
has
go
a
with
total
that.
of a +4 to this because he has half cover.
I don't think he can.
Does cover count?
Yes,
Because it's not.
yes, cover
an attack
counts
roll.
for dexterity saving throws.
I think
he
he
got an
just
8.
made that.
Yeah.
It's
So
12.
no.
So he takes 7 radiant
Oh,
damage.
the target gains no benefit from cover for this saving throw. It's in the spell.
Called it.
I was gonna say it's a dex save though, and he actually has.
All right, so roll me that 1d8 radiant damage.
Oh, it's 7. It
okay.
already rolled.
Yes, that's the thing about the Sacred Flame. It is a dex thing, but he doesn't get any cover bonus for that. All right. That is then his turn. All right, he is going to move. He's going to move to here and take the dodge action. So, as a reminder as to what the dodge action does, you will have all of your attacks against him have disadvantage, and he has advantage on saving throws. When you take the
Okay.
dodge action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks until the start of your turn. Attacks rolled made against against you have disadvantage if you can see the attacker, which even with your 3/4 cover, he can still see you. And if you make it and you make all dexterity saving throws with advantage.
Okay.
All right, so that is his turn. It is then Lahira's turn again.
All right. I'm gonna move out to where I can see him. Well, I guess I don't need to.
Yep.
Because that doesn't count for this. Concealment doesn't count for Sacred Flame. So I'm just going to
Okay.
cast Sacred Flame.
All right. So he does have. Yeah, he has advantage
Yeah, he has a
on
bonus.
this.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get to cast it as many times as I want, so I might as well just do that.
Oh, that is.
All right, and I'm gonna reposition myself. I'm gonna go like I'm reading the base of the tree as
In
like
the center of the hex. Yeah, that's fine.
here. It's like here, so she's gonna kind of reposition herself after she casts it.
Okay. All right. All right. He is going to take the dodge action again. And move towards you. Because he does not know you are really good with warhammers.
I'm still scared. So Let me just look at what my actual attack bonus is. Hold on. With frickin' Warhammer. I have a +2.
Well, so yeah, so you
that.
could either try and hit him, or try him with the spell, or take the dodge action yourself and let him attack you first.
Or I could charge it. No. Well, either way, I'm only gonna get one chance to really down him. You said it's I can take
That
out
is
my
correct.
weapon while moving, right? Okay. Okay, in a last ditch effort to take care of this right now, she's gonna be like behind the tree. She's like, okay, I can do this. And then 1, 2, 3. She's gonna charge out at him, screaming whilst taking out her warhammer.
All right.
Yes.
And
All right, so-
she's gonna attack.
Fortunately, you get a 5 because
Nope.
you have disadvantage to
And-
attack him.
And plus the D4. Just
All right, he
slam it
dodges
on
out
there.
of the way.
What?
You had
Yeah, 'cause he
disadvantage
dodged.
to that attack. Dodge action.
No.
So you actually got an 8 instead of a 20. All right, he's gonna try and well, that thing was expensive. He's gonna put away his longbow and draw out his short sword for his turn.
Okay.
Because you have not impressed him with
again.
melee damage, so he's feeling overconfident now that he's in melee range.
I'm gonna scream again and try
Okay.
to whack him with the warhammer.
This time you do not have disadvantage.
I crit.
Okay.
Whoa.
D4, just to say I did it. Whoops,
you-
whoops, don't.
You don't need
Oh my
you
gosh,
don't
what?
need to confirm crits in this, Robin.
But I did. I didn't need to do
So
that.
so
So
roll your
many
damage dice. So you roll the damage dice twice and just add all bonuses once.
So, yeah. So that's a
Yep.
1d10.
So then it'd be 2d10 plus your strength. I believe is the only thing you'd be getting to this.
Okay, so it's 2d10. I don't have a strength mod, so just 2d10.
8 damage. All right. He's looking at you like, oh, he's got 1 hit point. Yeah, so you went from, so what appears to him has happened is that you lulled him into a false sense of security. Where you were like, oh, I missed, because it was a real bad miss, and he's like, fine, whatever, I'm gonna put this bow away, and then I'm going to kill her with the sword, and then you're like, what, bam, and you knock him across the face, and he's like,
I done messed up.
So,
Quick question, Robin. What is your Constitution modifier?
My con modifier is 0. I don't have much HP, but he doesn't know that.
So I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna take the dodge action, and he's moving away. So you get an
Okay.
attack of opportunity against him.
All right.
At yes,
But he's
but you
dodging,
get it.
so.
So I mean, your last hit would have hit him no matter what.
Okay.
He only has an AC of 13. All right, so you miss him. It's then your
Alright.
turn.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame at him just to say I
Alright.
did.
All Alright, so he gets advantage to this, but he only gets a +2. Oh, well. Hey, look!
Wow.
Alright. He dodges that, and if you let him, he's going to keep moving on and taking dodge actions.
I mean, is it worth it at this point? Because I don't think I can actually hit him.
You can move and then attack him, so you could move once and attack him, and then if he gets away after this attack, he gets
4, 5,
away.
6. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
move
technically
towards
6
him and attack
spaces
him.
away from you, but yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I moved. My move speed is 30, so I can move that far.
All right, yeah, he dodges.
So yeah, I'll hit him with the warhammer.
No. He's yeah, but you didn't listen. He was off the map.
No, he's dodging.
Oh.
But
I'm
I will
sorry.
pretend that you said that you are throwing your warhammer at him.
Oh, I of course. But no, he has dodge advantage though, so
Yeah, okay.
it would be the
never
5
mind.
anyway.
So yeah, all right. So he gets away.
It lands like 10 feet away from me. And I'm like, I go pick up the warhammer.
Which is a
and I
very
go,
solid throw for 10 feet away.
bang. Okay, so she's like going like consistently as she goes and picks up the warhammer, and like goes back and like sits down next to her party members because she doesn't actually have any healing spells left.
All right, are you gonna tie up the other two then? I'm assuming during this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie them up. I think I've got rope on me. Do I have rope on me? If I don't, I can probably just take it off somebody else. Let's see. I've got vestment, sensor,
I'll make it easy.
box, candle, tinderbox, blanket. I got a blanket.
Make it easy.
I
They
can use
have
that. Okay, fine. I'll take rope off of them and tie them up. You know what? I'll tie them to the tree. I'll tie the rope around the tree and I'll like bind them like that. Do I need to make a roll for that?
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna drag them.
Sita and Nordic,
over
you
there,
both
and
wake
I'm
up in
gonna
an hour. We're at 1 hit point.
To a very sulky Lahira.
I am grateful to have woken up.
Hold on just one moment. Let me put this in.
She's like sitting across from the tree, just watching them angrily.
Norik actually like very slowly starts stirring as he wakes up. All of a sudden sits bolt upright.
She still looks really angry, and she just lifts a hand up to be like, "Sup."
A mixture of genuinely terrified and a bit confused.
Sila will
The
wake up.
scruffy one got away.
Who?
Sila will wake up and, as she sits up, mutter, "Bloody mimics."
What? Oh. Not that kind of mimic. I thought you were talking about a different... No, never mind.
Yeah, I just said I wanted to be silly with that.
Right. We're out in the woods, right?
We're in the same spot we were before.
Bandits? Yeah.
I guess. We don't actually know yet. They haven't woken up yet.
And it was just the 3 of us.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I mean, there were the 3 others, but they were kind of stabby.
All right. Also, while you were searching around for the rope, you found these things.
Okay.
I mean, I'll pick that up for now, but I'll distribute it amongst the party however we think needs to be, you know. Yeah. So
Neat.
okay. So there's a house there.
It's a tent.
Is there actually a house there? Well, that works out anyway. I'm gonna, now that the other two are awake.
Yeah, that's where you went in to find the rope, and you found their other little
Okay.
bit of goodies. Yeah.
Stash. I'm gonna go collect the kid. I'll be right back.
Right.
You notice
Yorick is actually-
you notice she's a bit more flippant when she's outside of polite society.
Yes. Yorick is actually going to use Lay on Hands on Scylla.
Oh, why, thank you.
Or he's going to attempt to. You can get 5 hit points.
Also,
Hooray!
you guys can count this as a long rest, so you can spend your hit dice.
Ah, yes. That's right.
On top of how many
That's
ever
right.
Lay on Hands Nordric wants to use during this time.
What are the hit dice again?
So you note it is
2D
exactly whatever your normal hit dice is. So for a rogue, since you would get, nope, that is a druid. That is not a rogue.
I'm guessing this doesn't count as a long rest for me.
It's not a long rest; it's a short rest. But it counts as a short rest
Okay.
for you.
Well, I don't get spell
Nope.
slots back for that, right?
All right. So Haley, you get to roll a d8.
Okay, cool. Of course.
Okay, so yeah, I can heal up to 5 hit points worth. I'll go ahead and spend all of that on Scylla.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm up to. I have 6 of my 9 health back. So all things considered, not too shabby.
5. You were at 1 hit point. You just regained 1 plus
Oh,
5.
I was at 1. Right. I'm at 7 out of my 9.
1 plus 2 plus 2 plus no. Okay. Let me remove that really quick. I'm not there. I'm not unconscious anymore. Hmm. All right.
All right. Eventually, Lyra comes back.
She's gonna situate Toad in the tent
All right.
because they're probably gonna rest here for tonight, or I don't know. Would we move on? Is it safe to move on?
Well, we have the 2 bandits tied up, right?
Yeah, so we'll probably stay here for a while. Yeah, she's gonna
Yeah, I
situate
wanna-
Toad in the
All right.
tent.
wanna
While you
talk to
guys
them.
had time to look around, whoever would be best at it, since you'd have the other people helping you, give me a survival check with advantage.
I have 2.
I have 0.
I might have to, so Robin, go ahead.
And I'm assuming
All right.
you'd guidance yourself before this.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You find
18,
tracks that you believe would not belong to any of these three people who you fought.
Okay.
What time is it?
It is mid-afternoon. Noon, basically. Yeah, you guys weren't on the road for that long, so.
Mm-hmm.
One of us should probably, or while the other two stay with the prisoners in case he comes back.
One of us should probably what?
Their escaped
The
prisoner.
scruffy one.
No, it's cutting out.
The scruffy one. We have to go look for him.
Look for him. Okay.
No, not look for him. Look for the person they were holding captive.
Well, it's obviously the person that told them that it was us.
Was it?
Should I make like an insight check for that?
There was one count of kidnapping, and so okay.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Joel? I'm assuming that whoever got away was the girl that told them that it was us that hit the caravan. Should I make an insight check for that?
Sure. Actually, with survival,
Can you guys help me?
with an 18 in survival. So, the girl who said it was you guys was a preteen, like 12 years old. These tracks you believe would belong to, if not an adult, a near adult woman.
Yeah, there was an account of kidnapping, and that was probably who they had captured. She probably just saw their faces.
Well, I mean, where do the
Off
tracks
into the
go?
In a different direction than the other guy went?
Different
Or
direction.
same direction?
Scylla,
Yes.
I point to the tracks. Can you sneak into the forest and like follow these?
I stealth.
I don't see you anymore.
I stealth into the
All right.
broad daylight.
You see
before me.
Also,
You're
guidance.
Oh yes.
You don't need to use it though. You can keep that for later. You can
You
save that.
you see a young woman, probably late teens, looking very afraid and hiding.
Okay. Where is it? Insight. I trust her completely.
She looks like a terrified young woman to you.
Okay. Just because. What would she do in this situation?
Go back and tell
Yeah,
Akira.
regardless, she's gonna go back and tell the party before she does anything. I mean, if there are other people to get into trouble with, then she may as well bring them along for it. So,
All right, so she goes back and tells them. All right, so Lahira's gonna like center herself for a second. Go like, she's gonna like fix her hair a little bit. She's gonna adjust her armor, make sure her holy symbol of Selune is visible, and she's going to walk out into the woods. And she's going to say. Shoot, hold on, I have to look up stuff.
Cool. That's cool. In the meantime, does anyone have proficiency with either carpenter's tools or smith's tools? Okay.
Nope.
I
No.
assumed not, but I was double checking.
Just double check that. Yep, nope.
All right, so Lahira is going to walk out and follow the tracks. And she's going to see the woman, and she's going to hold out her hands and say, "My lady, we've dispatched of those criminals. Me and my companions, we've come to rescue you."
Cool. You want to give me a persuasion roll?
I can do that.
I'm
Guide. Let's roll.
I'm able to. No, I'm just there, really.
All right, with the 17, yeah, she runs towards you and goes thanking you and thanking the gods that she is now saved, as they killed her father. Her sister managed to get away, and they robbed them, but she at some point they were having an argument whether they wanted to try to ransom her or just sell her as a slave, and she managed to use that to escape.
As they're walking back to the camp, Sahira is going to turn to her and say, "By any chance, is your sister?" And she's going to describe the girl that
Yep.
reported.
Yeah, she goes,
to
yes, that's her.
the Duke.
You've met her?
Yes, some rather unfortunate circumstances in what's the name of
yeah.
the city.
I don't know, but Silas snorts at that remark.
It seems we were mistaken for your captors. Your sister pointed us out, and we were
Yeah, well, she goes,
rather...
you do have to admit there's more than a passing resemblance.
A striking one, I think, is a better
Sahira
term.
crinkles her nose,
Frighteningly so, really.
and she says under her breath, "I'm much better looking than that."
She says what under her breath?
She said, I'm much better looking than that."
As you guys are heading back to the camp, you see a mule off in the distance, and the girl points out that is her family's mule. So if you guys could help her catch her, does anybody have who has the best animal handling?
I have a +2.
As do I.
Pretty sure I don't.
All right.
Guidance!
So whoever wants to make that, you can make it at advantage.
Robin, go ahead.
All right.
I mean, you got 20,
Guidance!
so that is enough to convince the mule to come back.
Yay! We're saving everyone, guys! We're the good guys!
All right. Since you do not have the proper tools, one of you can try to fix the wagon at disadvantage. So that would be
I don't know that I can.
Let me look at that.
Depends on what the check is, I guess.
I am proficient in
Yeah,
thieves'
that's not gonna help.
tools.
It'd just be a straight intelligence check.
I've got a 2.
Intelligence. I have 4.
1.
All right, you go for it. Guidance!
Yes.
Do I roll for guidance?
Yeah, it works for
I
saves as
just
well.
Well,
making
it's
sure
it's
I'm
not
not
a it's not a
assuming
save.
it's
It's
something
it's just a check. But with a
But
10,
it still counts. But you do have advantage, so
you
it'd be a
have
21.
disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Dang.
Oh yeah, it is.
So there's a 14. So no, it's a 12 because you don't get proficiency bonus to it because it's just an intelligence roll. It's not a save. It's an ability check.
Intelligence roll.
But you did get
Gotcha.
Okay.
How do you do that as far as like not doing the proficiency
on
bonus?
sheets, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. No, yes, I see. I found it.
There you go. Yep, you
Didn't
just click
occur
on
to
the
me
name
that those
of
could
the
be
thing.
button.
Of the skill. All right, so with the 12,
Mhm.
that is just enough. So you were able to fix up her wagon enough. It's not a permanent fix, but you fix it up enough so she is able to equip her mule to it so she can make it back to town.
Yay!
All right.
And she is hoping that this gets her out of trouble with any
all right.
potential trouble.
So
with
you
the
still
town.
have.
All right. So what am I asking the the bandits when they wake up? Guys.
Oh, where they come
Well,
from? Why on
my-
earth they look so similar to us?
Yeah. Okay.
My idea was to question them on the whereabouts of their prisoner, but now that's more or less a moot point. We should probably question them and see if they have any other captives or the whereabouts of anyone else.
Just hurry things along. Somebody give me an intimidation check at advantage. With the three of you standing there.
I'm good. I think I'm good at that. I've got 4.
For
Yep, that's
intimidate.
good.
Hold on. I just need to check real quick. Intimidation. Yeah, got a 3.
All right, cool. So if you wanna give me that intimidation check at advantage, and I'm sure, yeah.
Guidance.
Oh, you're really scary.
Ooh, hang on.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. So,
I'm very scary.
Very scurry.
I like pull the arrow out of the wound while talking to them, and I'm just like
His
holding
eye.
it, pointing the tip.
So, as far as the why they look like you, they're like, it's like, why do you look like us? They're like, why do you look like us?
Okay, that's fair.
It just seems like a case of consequences and mistaken identity. They say that there's
Yeah.
they
Who is
say
your
that
master?
they're all that there is. So
Okay.
Sense motive. What? No, that's not this.
Yeah.
Insight.
And I wanted to ask if there were the other prisoners they had recently and their last known
they tell you that
whereabouts.
they tell you that they tell you the only prisoner they had was a girl who they captured who they captured when they attacked the apple cart. But she managed to get away from them.
Now. All right. So that's all. Okay. So
Where did they
Actually-
normally do business?
The bandits? Oh,
said yeah.
they tell you of a spot. They tell you of the few of their different hiding spots on the King's Road, where they were able to easily attack.
right.
Allow me to rephrase that. Where did you usually sell your goods and your captives?
They inform you of this information.
Cool.
I'm not a fan of funny talk like that. You know exactly what I mean, and you're going to tell me this time.
I'm work.
Caleb, it's a pre-made adventure thing that information doesn't exist.
No. I was rephrasing that because it's like I'm flipping more into diplomacy mode, and it's like let me try to recover
Yeah.
that intimidate check.
They inform you of such information.
Okay.
Now, I turn to the other two, and I kind of speaking little hushed tones so that they can't really hear. Now we have 2 options as far as I can see. We can just off them here, or we can take them back to the city and show the Duke we're innocent.
I'm rather a fan
I
of
do.
being proven innocent.
I am not inclined to perform either of these tasks.
However, I get the feeling if we were to go back, we would still be inclined to fulfill the Duke's wishes in whatever the other town's name is.
Greyfell.
Yes.
Well, maybe they'll be more inclined to
Yes, I will not.
ask us to perform this rather than ransom us to do this.
My
For ransom,
Sila's
we've agreed to
eyebrows
do it
go up.
already.
Sila's eyebrows go up a little bit at the word "ask," and she gets a slight grin. I think that would be worthwhile.
Ransom, we've already accepted the task laid ahead of us. I do not wish to return to that city while the task is yet incomplete.
Then you may
So
stay
what
here.
do we do with these ones?
They should pay for their crimes. It is a shame that our friend left with her cart.
What?
Well, in all fairness, I don't
Why
know
is that a
quite.
shame?
Oh, yeah. If you
Take
guys
them
wanted to do that, because it would have
Yeah.
taken you a while to hit the to take care of the cart, I'll say that you ordered it in such a way that she can take them tied up back to
Okay, fine.
Greyfell, so that way.
Sure.
She can clear our names. I tell her our names so that she can clear
Yes.
them.
Yeah. Yes.
She can do what she may. We will stay out here and we will complete the task that has been set before us.
I make doubly sure that their bonds are tied tightly.
Yep,
Yes.
they're well tied.
Oh, good.
All right.
All right. I go back. Shall we make our way back? Make our way to the city?
First, I suggest we camp
It
and
is.
rest for the night. It's been a long day of fighting. It's been a long day of fighting.
And it's
What
like
time is it?
2:00 in
Some
the
of us-
afternoon.
That's why I'm saying we should keep moving. So, Lahira's gonna head over to the tent. She's going to pick up Toad.
Are you well enough to move, Sila?
Sila has disappeared. No!
Hello.
Sila!
Yeah, it was cutting in and out for me, so I restarted.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, I just asked if you're well enough to move.
Oh, yes.
Being
Certainly.
nearly killed and and all that.
Lahira squints her eyes at you slowly, and it's like, you were knocked pretty out cold too.
And I know I can handle a forced march.
Lahira kind of rolls her eyes and adjusts Toad on her shoulders and
Uh-huh.
starts walking forward.
Yeah. Sila gets an ever slight grin on her face. One tends to get used to such things.
Very well. All right then. Let's roll out.
All right. Cool. And we'll end it there since we spent a lot of the evening making characters, and that seems like a good stopping place. All right.
Yes.
Everyone gets
Okay.
200 XP.
Yay! Lahira
Yeah,
comes.
and
to
you
save
guys
the
will get to
day.
take a long rest before anything else happens, so you can heal your characters up to full health.
So
Oh,
you
good,
can
thank
get
you.
spells back.
Okay, there we go.
Where do we keep our XP on these sheets?
You keep them on the upper
Yeah.
box there, where it gives your class and level your background.
Ah.
Yeah, in the lower right-hand
Yes.
corner there. That
Interesting.
conspicuous blank spot that looks like there's no place to actually write anything.
Right.
We did it.
Ta-da!
All right.
I guess I did
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
being a
first
cleric.
level in fifth edition
Yeah.
is brutal. Like it is the hardest of all the levels because it's just the way the system works. You don't have enough HP to really deal with anything that's going on. So
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
glad I rolled a cleric.
So I noticed. Me too.
cool. All right, so thanks everyone for watching the first part of our mini side adventure while we get things together for Kingmaker.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.